Hello, everyone. Gonna go a little bit over the holidays. We have Christmas approaching. We just got through with Thanksgiving, and I've had roughly about 12 emails that have mentioned how to cope with family gatherings over the holidays. And a couple of those was about being an ally for those who don't have families they can go home to. And this is actually something that I get pretty often every year around this time, even before I started this channel. People would ask me those two basic questions. So, we all know that holidays can be a very difficult time, and especially so for the LGBTQ plus community. Traditional activities and family relations can be complicated and strained, leaving us feeling raw, overwhelmed, and upset before, during, and after the holidays. It is important to identify ways to support ourselves and stay physically and mentally healthy to better deal with the rough situations. Before the anxiety of the holidays takes hold, it's important to establish someone who is safe. This person needs to be somebody that will listen without judgment and be there for you. Make sure to let this person know that whatever you need from them, including being able to call or text them for support. Sometimes it may just be, I need a hug after I leave my family's house. They can meet you at the store, give you a hug. Sometimes it's something simple like that. Sometimes it may end up turning into an all-night sob fest over the phone. So make sure to tell your safe person what you think you may need, but let them know that, it could vary. You might tell them you just want an hour phone call after, and then it ends up to them coming over to your house to watch a movie and eat popcorn. Things change depending on the stress level and the transphobia and homophobia related to certain family gatherings. If you're bringing a partner on an overnight trip to see the family, discuss in advance what will make each of you comfortable with sleeping arrangements, expressing affection, and navigating conversations. Confirm sleeping arrangements with your family before you arrive. Holiday traditions can sometimes be confronting and emotionally exhausting or even painful. You need to set boundaries and stick to them. It is also okay to say no thanks and opt out for an event. When it comes to setting boundaries, you can tell your family, I will be there. You have to use my pronouns. You have to use my partner's pronouns. There can't be any political talk about the LGBTQ community. Depending on your family structure and religion, sometimes it's common for people to have their prayers at dinner or whatever, but I know one family that every time their trans daughter goes over to their house, the whole prayer is literally based on her detransitioning and trying to find a way to accept herself in a godly manner. So if it's situations like that, you can tell your family, look, if we are the point of the prayer, then I'm leaving. It's okay to get up in the middle of dinner or a family activity and leave. If you have set boundaries that, aren't extreme. I know a couple of people, they will set every boundary possible and then throw a fit if nothing's done, but that's them and that's that. They personally don't take any consideration into anything other than basically getting their way. And that's with everything in life, not just their boundaries. But if you have reasonable boundaries, you can expect your family and friends to follow. Then if you're out of town, maybe you have a friend in the area that you can just get up and leave and go stay with. Or you might want to plan on keeping some money aside to go get a motel. Something to where you are safe if your boundary setting did not actually work out as you had hoped. Holiday traditions can sometimes be confronting and emotionally exhausting. That, I just said it, and I'm saying it again. It's okay to take you time. And find your joy. If your usual holiday plans don't bring you tidings of comfort and joy, as I say, seek out new activities and traditions that you can look forward to. It's nice to keep our family's traditions. Some of us have had great childhoods, and some of those traditions and stuff we want to keep and teach our children and stuff. But it's okay to pick something new, something that will fit who you are now, who you're going to be in the future. You don't have to be set on, this is my family's way, this is how it has to be. Spend time with your chosen family. Surround yourself with those who respect and affirm your identity and give you strength. Meaning you don't have to go home for the holidays. You can go to a friend's house. You can go to the couple down the road that are allies, if they invite you over. You can choose your family to spend the holidays with. Avoid doom scrolling and over-consuming social media. Watching cat videos is highly advised. But when you're scrolling through Facebook, you may see your friends who are not so happy with their holiday situation. And on the opposite side of that, you may see some of your friends who's just being welcomed home and given gifts, not only because of the holidays, but because, maybe they missed a birthday or something throughout the year. And so they're making this big old fuss about their family member returning. And stuff like that on social media can really impact your mental health. But cat videos, you can never fail. Take time for affirmations. Wear the clothing that you feel comfortable in. Settle in with affirming queer media, a book, movie, or your favorite music and podcasts. You can create an affirmation and say it out loud whenever you need it. This could be something as simple as, I am valid, or I deserve to be supported and loved. And it can also be, I am proud of who I am. If social gatherings leave you overwhelmed, make sure to carve out alone time so that you can decompress and re-energize yourself. Self-care. Self-care plans look different from person to person. Self-care is a busy way to get everything all, keep it busy. You're doing your hair, you're doing your makeup, you're shaving your beard, you're picking out your clothes, you're getting out the bath bombs, or, lighting your candles, your incense. It can be a very busy time that will keep your mind off of things, but it also has the relaxing outcome. And the bonus of it is you have taken care of yourself. This gives you a sense of control when things feel out of control. And keep up your routine. Drink your water, eat regularly, exercising, and getting sleep. Beware of letting these things become coping mechanisms, though, because that can lead to more anxiety and more depression. And use a breathing exercise to help center yourself, especially during times of stress. And you can install a wellness app. Sometimes if you have certain insurance plans and stuff, they will offer you free subscriptions to apps like Headspace or Calm. There's many of them in the app stores that are free. And some resources. In case of an emergency, you always call 911. That's first and foremost. There's the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline that can be called at 988. The Trevor Project at 1-886-488-7386. And the Trans Lifeline at 1-877-565-8860. Now, I will move on to how to be an ally for the holidays. With the winter holidays approaching, people are gearing up for holiday cooking, shopping, and of course, visits with family. And while the visits with family can create anxiety for many people, for the LGBTQ plus friends and family that we have, the anxiety jump is often significant. Whether people are not yet out but not accepted by family or friends, or concerned about how family may react to meeting a partner or a spouse, the what if scenario can be very, very stressful. There are many ways an ally can support the LGBTQ plus community, and each person may need a different approach. So what works for one may not work for the next. With this said, there are a few basics that can help get everyone through the holidays. And for this one, the first one is listen to your friends. Seems obvious though, right? But listening without commenting right away is a big skill to learn. Often, LGBTQ plus people who are experiencing anxiety about holiday visits just need someone who will listen. They need somebody to listen to them about their fears and about their feelings. Someone that can center their friends' needs and not minimize those experiences. Just listen and take it all in. When people are ready to talk, help them focus on the present. When anyone has had a bad experience, it's natural to go back to that time and expect that it will determine what will happen in the future. This can sometimes cause what is called self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning by trying to avoid something that happened in the past, we end up creating the exact situation that we are hoping to avoid. But this is not always the case. Sometimes people change. Situations are different. Try to help your LGBTQ plus friend look at how they can prepare themselves for this experience and not dwell exclusively in the past. Remind people to take care of themselves. Pulling away from friends, not eating well, or even self-medicating are all common responses when people are under stress. Check in to find out how they are doing. Ask about what they have been up to. If you see the signs that someone is not caring for themselves, make some suggestions about how they can and you can offer to be a part of their self-care plan. This means you can tell them that you are going for a jog around the park. Do they want to go with you? Tell them that you're going to the salad bar down the road and ask them if they want to go with you. Making sure that they stay fed, hydrated, open for conversation, stuff like that. That really means a lot to people because we do forget about eating. Simply just eating can be the furthest thing from our minds when we deal with family stress. Be willing to serve as an ally on call. Before your LGBTQ plus loved one heads out for the holiday, remind them that they can call you, text you, or email you at any time. Let them know it's okay to ask for help. And extend an invitation. Some LGBTQ plus people don't have an option to be with their families of origin, but you can be part of their chosen family. Ask them to join you for your holiday celebrations when they attend. Don't make their story the topic. Don't say, Rebecca is here because her family threw her out. Or Joey can't go home for Christmas because their uncle is transphobic. They are just a friend who is coming over to share the holiday activity. And change the way you ask questions. Instead of asking if they are going home for the holidays, try asking, do you have any plans for the holidays? This leaves it wide open for them to fill you in if their family is accepting, or they're going home but they're dreading it, or they're going home after so many years of being away and things have changed, or any type of scenario you can imagine. The simple question of, do you have any plans for the holidays, opens a major door. And depending on their answer to that, you can either be the on-call friend, an ally, or you can invite them to your place, or you can see how they're holding up, if they've been eating well. Ask them if they want to go to the gym before they head out to their family meeting, or if they want to meet up following the gym for a movie and some popcorn. It leads to so many scenarios, and each scenario is highly likely to happen. So that's a little bit on how to cope with a LGBTQIA plus holiday, Christmas, New Year, stuff like that, and how to be an ally through the whole process, before, during, and after, because once that holiday is done and over, the family stress is not done and over. It lingers, and it can linger for a very long time. So keep that in mind. And everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and happy holidays.